quick plot tour for May. One of the reasons I do it is so next year I can have a look and see what the successes and the failures were. So this is greenhouse number 1. I've just moved that shelf down. I've got some mini tomatoes in there, which hopefully should grow up to the top shelf, which will be moving. And hopefully these tomatoes will be going in soon. They don't seem to be growing big very quickly, but I'm sure it'll be alright. It always is. There's spare cucumbers, and there's some squash, and there's a melon there as well, which I am going to try for the first time. Let's see what happens. I've got everything ready for the cucumbers to go in. They will be going in the next couple of weeks, hopefully, as soon as they're big enough. That lettuce hopefully will be eaten by them. I have cleaned the greenhouse glass today. Just remembered that I haven't cleaned the cold frame glass, but I can do that. Onions, spring onions and onions ready to go in. Leeks, not very good at the moment. Usually they're a lot stronger and a lot bigger than that, but I'm sure they will catch up. Strawberries are right. Lots of spring onions in there, which I've planted in the last week. Lettuce is doing well. I've been eating that for about a month now. Different varieties. Little gem as well. First time I've grown that. They're pretty good. Little gem and tom thumb. I think that's all you need, because they grow very quickly and they need very little space. 2 lots of cabbage here, summer cabbage, and some cauliflower as well, which haven't done very well. I've replaced one and that one's struggling there for some reason. The rest of them look alright though. Peas have been great so far, so we get plenty out of them plants. Onions are a disappointment. They literally were really soft because they were in the ground all winter and it rained so much, and now they've got the allium leaf miner bug, so they're starting to keel over a little bit. I think next year what I will be doing is growing sets, put them in the ground around March, even April time, which some of my neighbours have done and they look a lot better than mine. So I'm not going to go through all the hassle of planting them in October again. Just leave it till March, April, get a decent variety, and they should be alright. Broad beans are good. No sign of black fly yet. Some more broad beans there. I've still got lots of broad beans in the freezer as well from last year. So they've lasted nearly a year. Calabrese. As soon as the first heads are taken, I will be taking the plants out and replacing them with Brussels sprouts. These are the potatoes I planted on the 14th of January. Some later, I had some spare Charlottes, so I put them in. But most of them are from the 14th of January. Flopping over a little bit, they're tall and leggy because they've been inside, but I've just brought them outside. They should be alright now outside. Area's ready for the tomatoes to go out. It's ready for the sweet corn, and that is ready for some leeks and some swede. I'm not going to do what everyone else has done already and planted their sweet corn outside. I mean, the winter day, it's a little bit chilly and they won't like cold wind, so I'm just going to leave it until beginning of June and they can go out then. This is what I've been cleaning the greenhouses with. It's very, very useful. This is the next big job for the summer, my dad's shed. At the back, this corner at the back, that corner was done a couple of years ago, but this needs replacing. And I found a big rat's nest in the bottom as well. So it needs cleaning, the wood needs replacing, and the glass needs replacing. Shouldn't be too bad actually, because this wood hit up to here is quite good. So I just need to cut it with a how do you pronounce it? replicating soil, something like that anyway. So I need to cut it out. I've got all the glass in the windows to go in. It's just, all I need is the time to do it. French bean canes up. I put some spinach seeds in, but I've also put some spinach plants in. Put some lettuce in the middle, and the French beans will go there, and they'll all grow very happily together. Spare lettuce and cabbage, summer cabbage that I put in around the back are doing alright, and these are for courgettes. I've put them little fences in there, one to stop the deer being able to get to them, but also I think they might support them if they start flopping over. But put some old compost on there and they should be alright, and that's where all the buddleias were last year. Parsnips coming up nicely. Carrots, very good. And what I did do is when I thinned out the carrots, I replanted them. I watered it first. I had a dibber, made a hole and put them in the hole. Now the small ones went straight in the hole and they should grow straight, but the larger ones sort of bent when I was putting them in, so they'll be forked. But even the forked ones can be used in coleslaw and things like that because you grate them, so yeah, it'll all come in handy. Plenty of seeds. And now I did put them out when it was really warm. I sowed some and left them out there, and now it's quite cool, so I'm wondering whether I should put them back inside again now. Potatoes, earthed them up today. Yeah, that ground's very lumpy and wet still, but you know, it might come in useful in the summer when it dries up. Beetroot seeds, I can see one or two coming up at the back. More lettuce and sweet peas at the end. I've also put this mesh on for the runner beans. I've put some runner bean seeds in as well there. But yeah, I was a bit sick and tired of putting plastic pea netting on every year, and then it just disintegrated, so I had to get rid of it and put some more up. So hopefully this chicken wire will last a few years. Greenhouse number 2. Plenty of seeds again. These are the sweet corn that I repotted last week. They were that big last week. Now they've quadrupled in size. Done really well. Some things have, some things haven't. Some flowers to go outside. And these tomatoes, I found them in a dahlia pot, so I've just potted them on and they're growing really strongly. So I'm just going to have a look. Well, I'm going to plant 1 or 2 of them in the greenhouse, 1 or 2 outside, and just see how good they are. Some more tomatoes that are going to grow up. There's some parsley up there in them pots that I've potted on. Now, I sowed all of these French beans at the same time. The ones at the back seem to be coming up, but the ones at the front haven't. I'm sure I did put them in there. I'm sure I did, but we will see. More tomatoes underneath. Peppers. This is the 3rd sowing, which I sowed when? Beginning of April, I think. Because the others failed. But they're doing alright, but they're a month behind. But there's lots of different varieties. There's Thor, lemon, chocolate, snack, and there's some chilli as well, so there's plenty there. There's the cucumbers at the back. Probably be another couple of weeks before they're ready to put in yet. And finally the fruit area with all the apple trees. It's one of my favourite areas. It's lovely to see all the wild flowers underneath and the aquilegia. See if I can get past this tree. It's lovely, nice and peaceful. Lots of different varieties of apples there. I also cleaned the greenhouse on this greenhouse. clean the glass on this greenhouse, and it's looking much better now. For those of you who are wondering what I clean the greenhouse glass with, it was Fairy Liquid, and I am not sponsored by Fairy Liquid, so I don't even know where I got this from actually. But yeah, it's great stuff, doesn't do anything any harm, and it cleans the glass fantastically. So until next month, bye bye.